It's Tetris, but not as we know it. In this interpretation of the cult computer game, people are the game blocks. They're shot frame by frame to create animated action. This video has now been viewed over 13 million times on the internet and has made this man famous around the world. Guillaume Reymond from Switzerland originally wanted to be an architect, but ended up working in graphic design and eventually video art.
Pour moi, c'était quelque chose de plus un travail personnel, artistique.
It was basically a personal project.
Ça plairait dans un,
I thought a museum or a gallery might like it.
Je l'avais mis mes vidéos de Space Invaders.
The first video I put online was really only meant for the people involved and their families.
À la centaine de participants, vous
I never imagined it would get so many clicks.
Je ne pensais pas qu'en fait, ça se démultiplierait sur la toile.
Suddenly, I was getting phone calls from New York in the middle of the night, people asking how I did it.
The idea was simple. Volunteers wearing different colored T-shirts sitting in specific seats in a movie theater, with each color group representing a game block. The screen serves as a mirror. The participants individually then decide where to move to. The result is a truly interactive game. Everyone involved is a Tetris fan, of course.
Alors, l'idée du projet Game Over.
The idea behind all of my projects is to create images using people or objects that everyone can relate to.
Avec des ustensiles ou autres, qui créent aussi
it could be movies, comics, or computer games that everyone knows. Positioning a few people across seats in a cinema is enough for people to recognize their movements immediately and say, ah, it's Tetris.
On voit le mouvement, on reconnaît tout de suite, ah, mais ça c'est le Tetris.
The Tetris project was conceived 3 years ago, but the principle behind Guillaume Reymond's work remains the same. The focus of his latest project is a cardboard box that he takes a photo of every day in order to illustrate time and deterioration. He then cuts the series of pictures together.
C'est vraiment le principe du film.
It's the same principle of animation. You show one picture after the next, 10 images per second, or 12 or 24. The result is a moving film.
Pour après former un film qui bouge.
And there's always a playful theme. He's also created a video inspired by Pac Man and compiled an entire series of human performance arcade game remakes called Game Over. Contrary to what many assume, the video artist himself doesn't like computer games. So are his projects actually a criticism?
C'est vrai qu'on pourrait croire que c'était un peu une
You could see it that way. A criticism of modern computer games that use complicated 3D techniques to replicate reality. It's funny to create the opposite, to use reality and real people to create simple computer animations.
It's a similar situation with the Transformers figures, which change from vehicles into robots. And Guillaume Reymond's take? He had trucks driving in formation to create a gigantic robot. Guillaume Reymond has now produced more than a dozen of these films, and his reputation is growing. His Human Pictos project was exhibited at the Pompidou Center. And earlier this year, he was invited to the Lucerne Dance Festival. He directed 100 dancers to form the message, "Let's dance."
Donc, il y a toujours ce côté.
There are always surprises. Everyone chooses their own way to their position.
Tout le monde part dans toutes les directions.
His latest project also has surprises in store, but it's bound to involve more than just one simple cardboard box.